Hi everyone, my name is SelenaLee and I'm presenting you today two event design concepts inspired by Preston Bailey's favorite things. The sources for my inspiration were the red fireworks that are bursting in the sky and also the surprise element you see when a red umbrella is suddenly opened. This is for an intimate wedding in New York City for 50 guests. The venue where these event designs will take place is the rooftop garden loft at Rockefeller Center. The reason I chose this venue is that half the venue floor is broken up into a completely blank canvas. One is an interior blank white loft, and the other half is an open, airy rooftop garden that has greenery and shrubs and a manicured landscape. The rooftop garden actually has a very small tented area that covers the area before the steps go into the garden. The tent is actually pretty small, and it's actually in the interior. It's actually part of the outside space of the garden, so it's right between the interior space and the rooftop garden. This is what the garden section of the venue looks like. The garden is completely open, and it has the manicured landscaping along the sides of the pathway to the reflecting pool. The picture wasn't able to show the tented area, but the tented area is located right before the steps into the lawn. This is what the interior space looks like for the loft. The loft is completely white, and the actual house lights that you see in the ceiling are part of the building system, and there's a possibility and chance for any event designer to go in and change the color of the lights to match the design scheme. For my event design concept number one, this concept is based on the burst of fireworks. So everything from the custom designs to the florals will be based on fireworks just exploding out of the area. For the ceremony structure, the structure will be placed in front of the reflection pool in the garden area of the rooftop. This is sort of not a traditional arch. It's more of two structures that will look like just two bursting containers of flowers. So it will look like red flowers are exploding out of the vases, and placed in front of the reflection pool, it will sort of look like a very loose sort of archway. And to mimic fireworks bursting out, it will be red orchids and just a burst of red and black magic roses just coming out, and accenting them will be the kiwi vines that. For the garden decorations, in addition to the ceremony structure and having the lights on at night inside the vase, there will also be the edge candle holder votives, which will line the pathways, and when the votive is lit, it will create a soft burst of light on the ground. In addition, in the tented area of the garden will be a cluster of these starburst pendants. The starburst pendants will hang in the middle, and also a part of the custom design will be a floral ring of red orchid blooms that will be hung and attached to this pendant, so it will look like a hanging floral chandelier. For the interior part of the loft, since everything is white, I decided to hang white drapery and proposed to hang the white drapery in between the windowed walls with accent lighting and perimeter uplighting to display soft summer colors, and also to as the evening progresses on, the colors will change into evening summer sky kind of colors. That way the white organza. For the band area, this will be a custom-made canvas board that I would try to make myself and have it lit so that the backlit of the panel will look like sort of a small burst in the back of the band. So it would almost mimic a light burst as the band is playing. And in front of the band, there will be a cascade of glass terrariums with red orchids inside. For the guest tables, I am proposing to have a cascade of orchid arrangements in various heights, and each arrangement will range from large 6-foot pieces all the way down to small 1 foot tall pieces, and even less than a foot, that would just range in small, medium, large heights, and each height would just be complementary to each other. For the tablecloth will be a red damask pattern in taffeta fabric and will have red crystal trim all around. The place settings will also reflect the red fireworks theme, and these will be red glass hammer chargers and silver trimmed plates that are white. To complement this look would be a modern flatware along with black glassware. The banquet chairs will be in also a black and red theme. These will be a modern look with the Bellini chair, and on top of the Bellini chair would be a red silk cushion for extra comfort. The dance floor would be more of a customized scheme. The dance floor is actually a digitally moving dance floor, so as the night progresses on, the guests would be able to dance on top of a video projection of fireworks. It would be as if it would be actually fireworks bursting beneath them as they dance. For my event design concept number 2, this concept is based on the surprise element that you see when you see a burst of red umbrellas being opened. For this ceremony structure will be more of a traditional arch in that it is one structure, and this will consist of intertwining kiwi vines and Ming fern, and hanging throughout this arch would be the red floral scattered throughout. So it would look almost like red fireworks hanging from the arch, except that this will also be more of a structured looking arch as opposed to the first concept. This will also feature similar flowers with the red and purple orchids and the calla lilies, and this arch will be supported and covered by moss, so it looks like the arch is growing out of the ground. For the garden decorations will be also a custom-made chandelier. This custom-made chandelier will actually feature somewhat of a Baroque style period chandelier, and fastened to the top of the chandelier will be a red umbrella. So it will look like the red umbrella is housing a chandelier underneath it. This will just be for the tented area. And for the garden paths will be also custom-made lights that are made out of white umbrellas, and inside will be a light to look like the umbrella has been illuminated. And in between each of these lights, for the interior loft decoration, I propose to have white drapery on the walls, also uplit in the late summer hues for the uplighting. And these drapes will be tied with single orchid blooms. So the orchid blooms will be tied with ribbons to tie the drapery together. And in between each of the windows will be a hanging pomander of red roses. Decoration for the band will consist of red umbrellas hanging upside down in front of the band on each side of the band. So the 2 red umbrellas would be almost like a frame for the band, and each umbrella would be spilling orchids out onto the dance floor. Centerpieces for the guest tables will feature more of a uniform design. These floral centerpieces will be a similar design and similar size. They're all pretty much a small to medium size, and they will run down the middle of the table. So these will all feature a burst of red orchids and in red vases. And in between each of these arrangements will be the gold etched candle holders, so that the gold etched candle holders will project a burst of candlelight in the tables between each arrangement. The tablecloths will be red, and this has more of a modern look to it, where there is a geometric pattern on the taffeta tablecloth, and this tablecloth will feature red crystal trim. The place settings here are more of a gold tone nature. This will be white porcelain round plates with a modern look. It's just nice, clean, and minimal, and the chargers will have a gold lattice design to it. Also proposing to go with the set are gold toned flatware and just solid red napkins and stemless glassware. For the banquet chair is I'm proposing to have more of a traditional look and to go with the black Chiavari banquet chair and to have a red sole cushion. For this dance floor will be completely white, and there will be a custom designed artwork graphic that will feature sort of a burst, or it looks like a some sort of abstract burst of red or firework kind of explosion, and it will be digitally printed and overlaid on top of the dance floor. The overall lighting design for both event concepts will be late summer hues that will progress into like a sunburnt sunset shades and eventually progress into evening sky colors. There will be pin spots at each table that will just pin spot each centerpiece and also pin spot the cake table. And of course, there will be a spotlight on the band and overall perimeter lighting reflecting those late summer hues, and it's mixed in conjunction with the use of the existing ceiling lighting system. The ceiling lighting system will feature the same colors as the perimeter uplighting. There will also be candle votives at the tables and also along the floors to highlight the garden paths. And that concludes the event design concept for both areas. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.